Hey, first graders, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling really different right now. I just celebrated Easter with my immediate family this past weekend, but I wasn't even able to see my grandparents or my cousins like normal. I'm spending a lot of time at home right now. I'm wearing my pajamas a whole lot more, and I'm even trying to learn how to teach through a computer. I bet some of you are feeling things are going a little bit different too. A lot of you probably weren't expecting to see your classmates through a computer screen, or maybe you're not used to being home with an adult all day who's working from home too. And we can't even do play dates right now. But I was also thinking that this time is pretty special and unique because guess what? This has never happened before in history. So we're making history right now, first graders, and it's something we're going to want to remember. I bet years from now, when you're adults and maybe even have a family of your own, you're going to think to yourself and think, what did I do all those days that school was closed? Or maybe somebody's going to ask you, hey, what did you do all those days when you stayed home? So that got me thinking, what can first graders do to remember this special and unique time years from now? And I had an idea. You could write a journal. So I'm going to teach you how to write in a journal so you can remember these special and unique moments years from now. This is my journal. I'm going to show you the steps that I take when I make an entry every time in my journal. The first thing you're going to want to do is think of an idea. This can be something that you have either done or that's happened to you. So I was thinking I could actually go on a little walk around my house and maybe I'll think of some ideas when I see different objects. It'll help me remember. I'll take you with me. All right, first graders, let's take a step into my kitchen. Oh my gosh, right away I'm noticing this container and look what's inside. It smells so good. It smells like almond because it's an almond cake that we had just the other day when I celebrated my birthday. This would be a time that I could definitely write down to write in my journal. All right, now let's go into the dining room. This chair, oh my gosh, this reminds me of the time where Max and I built 6 dining chairs. I mean, we ordered them offline and we had to assemble them. So we had to screw on the seat and the back seat and put these legs together. And oh my gosh, did it take us a long time, but they turned out so good. This is definitely a time that I could jot down to talk about in my journal. Let's see what else I have. Let's see what other ideas I could write about. Let's go into the living room. Oh, look at Kina, which reminds me of this spot. And boy, oh boy, first graders, I tell you, this is my spot when it comes to watching some Netflix. So I could also write about all the times that me and Kina have cozied up and watched some Netflix right here. That's something I could jot down as well. All right, let's make it back to my workstation. And oh my gosh, this tripod, this would be a great thing to jot down right now because this reminds me of all the times that I've recorded videos to teach you through a computer. And that's pretty interesting if you ask me. So I am going to be writing that down as well. So I just took a walk around my house trying to think of moments that I could fill up my journal with. So you might want to press pause on the video and go take a walk around your house to find all the different activities and moments that you spend while you've been at home for all this time. I decided that I am going to write about when Max and I built all those different chairs and we had to follow these directions to build them. So the third thing you want to do once you have your idea in order to write in your journal is you want to touch and tell across fingers. Remember when we did that, first graders? Yeah, show me your hands. We have to touch and tell across our fingers. Watch how I would do this. I'm probably going to want to mention why I'm beginning to write this journal. So I could say, I've been at home for quite some time with the coronavirus, and I've been doing a lot of activities at home. One thing Max and I decided to do was build 6 chairs. We needed a dining room set, and we thought to ourselves, what better time to get it done than now? It was a lot of work though. We had to follow directions that had tons of different steps, and it also had a lot of materials that we had to keep organized. It was pretty tough, and it took us a long time. We built 6 chairs. Probably took us 2 days to build all the chairs. So it did take a long time. But at the end, we felt so proud of ourselves. All of our hard work paid off, and now we can sit at the dinner table that we have and eat a good dinner with cozy, comfy chairs. Around my house, came up with an idea with something that I did or either happened to me. I touched and telled across my fingers, and now the last thing to do is write your story. And at school, we talk a lot about putting the date on top of our paper. When you're writing in a journal, you want to make sure that you date your journal. So when you are looking back on your journal, however many years from now, you know when the moment you're reading about happened. So up in the little corner, you can either write it by yourself, the date, or sometimes there's a line up there for the date. So do whatever works for you. All right, first graders, I'm going to write my story down in my journal after I touched and tell. But right now, take a moment to touch and tell. And when you're done, write your story. I can't wait for you to be able to have a full journal of memories of this time being at home. All right, talk to you next time.